Ooh, what's up, guys? Potbelly Pigs for Life here, and today we're back with another episode of the Malta campaign in Jurassic World Evolution 2. So, not much has happened off camera, so we're back at the, Dinosaur Protection Group headquarters, but one thing I did do was I did buy some more dinosaur genomes. However, for whatever reason, there was a glitch where I bought some Megalosaurus genome. However, it hasn't appeared on the thing. So I guess we're not using Werehosaurus or Zungarictrix. But, so, man, I must say, this place is probably a far cry from my home in Massachusetts, where it's probably nice and warm in here, whereas here in Massachusetts, it is currently 11 degrees Fahrenheit. That is cold. And it says here that later today, it is supposed to get to negative 8 degrees Fahrenheit. We're talking about Fahrenheit. So for those of you who use Celsius, just know that negative degrees Fahrenheit is way below freezing. So not much has happened other than the fact that I did have to replace several dinosaurs that have died due to old age. So in particular the Carnotauruses. And so I decided that one thing I really want to do more often is I want to buy more dinosaurs from the exchange. Or I shouldn't say buy, like in this situation the idea is we are rescuing the dinosaurs from like awful conditions. So what I might do is I might actually, you know what? First, let's check what dinosaurs we have in the cargo. So we have 3 Polycanthuses, loads of Compies, 2 Diplodocus, 3 Dakotaraptors, as well as some Loricatosaurus, Utaceratops, Ankylosaurus, and Ceratosaurus. So yeah, we do have quite a few rescued species. And you know what I might also do is I might also buy a Repetosaurus, just because. So, I managed to accumulate quite a lot of cash. And so, I've recently been thinking about this idea, and it has to involve this dinosaur over here, the Stygimoloch. So there have been lots of studies that support the idea that both Stygimoloch and Dracorex are just juvenile Pachycephalosaurus. So my idea is let's use them as sort of like a different species of Pachycephalosaur. So specifically what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to use Stygimoloch as Elastocephaly, which was a dinosaur from the Prince Creek Formation. And we are going to use the Dracorex as a species called Gravitholus, which was a species of Pachycephalosaur from the Dinosaur Park Formation. So here's the plan for this episode. So we're going to move the Loricatosaurus over. Well, we're going to move them onto the cargo ship, where they will go over to our base in Corsica. The Kentros will stay, and we'll build an enclosure for some Ceratos. And then we'll do the same with the Dimorphodons. We should probably start by tranquilizing those. So, you know what? One thing I can probably also do is I can probably, transport the, wrong one. I can probably transport the, the Dakotaraptor. no, not the Dakota Raptors. We're not ready for those just yet. Ankylosauruses will transport in here. Because why not?
Commencing asset transit.
And then we also need to send off the Alaskacephales. Great. Now, hopefully, they should be much happier over here than they were in that cargo ship. Easy does it.
Asset delivery
Touchdown.
confirmed.
Ground fruits. Okay. Let's see, we'll do a little bit over here.
Asset has been delivered.
And then there's also plenty of ground leaf. So let's see. Lorcatosauruses are all set. They are ready to be shipped over to the cargo station. Send to cargo ship. Finalize selection. Send them all to the cargo ship. Come to think of it, what I might do is I might have like an herbivore enclosure over here, and then this can be for the Cerratos. Because there's only 2 of them, and they also don't need that much space. They're like probably one of the easiest carnivores in the game. And let's also tranquilize the Alaskacephales and ship them off site, where I'll either put them in the one of the parks, or I might ship them off to Biosyn, where they can be much more happier in a like more familiar environment, because these guys lived way up north in the Prince Creek Formation, so it would have regularly gotten super cold up there. So you know, I might as well just I might either keep them here or I'll ship them off to Biosyn. I'm not entirely sure. And then, you know what we should also do is we should make an exhibit for the Dakota Raptors, because that would be definitely a great way to get park rating up. Yeah, I'm thinking somewhere like right over here would be a good place to put it. We should probably get a better fence, though. That'll do it.
Asset transportation in progress.
They've got a really nice little watering hole, I must say. And right here would be a great spot for viewing gallery.
Asset transported.
Alright, so that's it for the Alaskacephales. So, we can ship those to the cargo ship. Alright, so now where were we? Oh yeah, connecting up the path. And then you know what? Let's even get the Dakota Raptors now. We need to make sure all these dinosaurs are in good hands. So let's get 1, 2, 3 Dakota Raptors. Is that it? Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Transported.
1 here. 1 here. 1 here.
Asset transportation underway.
Perfect. They love it here. And someone died. Oh no, it was a Magnapolia. Alright, and so now all we have to do is get rid of this. Get rid of this. Get rid of this. We can keep the watering hole and everything. We just need to tranquilize the Kentros and bring those and bring them over here where we can have a tour going through it. Anyways, let's also check to see if any dinosaurs were rescued recently. Ooh. Guys, should we buy a T-Rex? I think we need to buy a T-Rex. Yeah, we're gonna do it. Oh yeah, and I've also forgot that we're gonna use... So, previously I mentioned that we're gonna use the new Iguanodon as Leangosaurus. I changed my mind. We're gonna use it as Bactrosaurus instead. But we just bought a T-Rex. That seems like a decent size enclosure. And then maybe another thing we can do is we can expand the tour like down here and like have some enclosures. But yeah, I mean for now this is definitely a good start. Oh yeah, and of course, we do need to add in a ranger outpost. Yeah, I've been working on a sandbox park a lot lately, so I haven't been needing to use the ranger posts. Let's see. Is there any availability here? Yes, there is a tiny bit of availability. And something died. Hang on. Oh, I should probably, not have it on sped up mode. Let's see. No, it's a Lytrosaurus!
Collecting asset.
Looks like we're gonna need to get them to breed. So, yeah. Also, we should probably, do the same thing for the Dakota Raptor enclosure. Come to think of it, this would be a nice spot for the T-Rex enclosure. Okay, so I've got some pretty good news. So not only do the Lytrosauruses lay eggs, but the Kentrosauruses also laid eggs. So, yeah, so the dinosaurs are breeding. Or at least when we need them to. Perfect. So now all we have to do is, we're going to tranquilize the Kentros, move them over to their new enclosure, and then we can put the Ceratos in here. Meanwhile, while we're doing that, let's just prepare for the Ceratos. So, let's get them a meat feeder. A regular old meat feeder. And then let's hide some prey over here. Perfect! So they're being airlifted into their new enclosure. So now let's airlift the Ceratos into their permanent enclosure.
Asset transportation in progress.
Oh no. Okay, we're good. And asset is in the air. And perfect timing.
Asset delivered. Asset has been delivered.
Because we got Ceratos.
Asset transportation underway.
Oh, that's a decent skin.
Asset.
Not my most favorite skin, but you know, it's good, I guess. Plenty of forest. They just need more open space and they need some prey. Which is all the way over there. So yeah, the big thing is they just need to expand their territory. So we've got that there. what I might do though is maybe I'll move it over a little bit. So that way. That's not gonna work. Okay, so there we go. So now we have another ranger station. Or I remember when you had to buy 2 separate buildings for ACU and ranger. For both ACU and ranger team. But anyways, so yeah, how are the Ceratosaurs doing? Alright, so the Ceratosauruses are perfectly fine. At first I thought that I need to expand their enclosure, but, turns out there was just, a little bit too much foliage from when we had the Kentrosauruses in here. So speaking of the Kentrosauruses, we have to airlift the 3 new Kentrosauruses into their enclosure. Don't worry about this cohabitation thing, it's just a glitch. And then, once that's done, we will airlift the Lystrosaurus into their enclosure, and then what I think I'm gonna do is, I think I'm gonna head over to one of our other, bases. I think I'm gonna head over to the San Marie Bay, because, well, to start, this park that we have here on San Albertus Peninsula is far from finished. So we still have a lot of work we need to do here, but you know what? This is a good start so far. However, our other 2 locations have a bit of a rocky setup that we need to fix. So yeah, yeah, sorry if I sound a little bit nasally, I'm just a little bit stuffed up. Yeah. So, yeah. So, for starters, what I think I'm gonna do is we're gonna bring the Mononychus over here. What I think I might do is I might move these, Kypaverwitz dinosaurs over, like, somewhere else on this island. And then, who knows, maybe we can rescue some more Mongolian dinosaurs.
Asset has been transported.
Yeah, okay, so now that things have hopefully died down a little bit, let's make our way over to, the island of Corsica. Okay, so as you can see, we've got quite a lot of stuff going on. So, we recently had a tuberculosis epidemic. So, and if you look here, the setup really is not all that good. So here's what I think we're gonna do. So we have this entire area that's nice and open. So what we're gonna do is we're obviously gonna put some dinosaurs here. So, yeah, and then if we go into the cargo ship, we've got a bunch of dinosaurs that we're gonna need. So, like, the Compies will definitely do. All the Loricatosauruses, all the Dimorphodons, and then we just rescued a bunch of others. So yeah, as you can see, I have accumulated a good amount of cash, which is great. But yeah, so, you know what? I think right now would be a great time for a time lapse. So, what I'll do is I'll, add in a small guest area over here, which will be surrounded by loads and loads of enclosures. So yeah, enough talking. Let's get right into it. Alright, so kicking things off per usual, I decided to do the same thing that I did on San Albertus Peninsula, where I made the new arrival section of the park on the undeveloped area of the land, and I made like a new and improved guest area. So that upper area is gonna be where all of the land dinosaurs are, and then I end up putting the Dimorphodons down by the lagoon. Honestly, I'm not a huge fan of San Marie Bay because, well, yes, there is quite a lot of area to, like, work with, but we would have gotten even more if it weren't for the natural lagoon. So, really quickly, there's a few things that I want to discuss in regards to the dinosaurs. So, later on you'll see this, but I ended up getting loads and loads of, like, new dinosaurs. So, I got some Australopithecus, I got some Muttabursaurus, I got some Corythosaurus, I think, and I also got some Pentaceratops. So the Pentaceratops and the Alamosaurus that we rescued earlier are going to go on this island, as well as the Lorcatosaurus and, of course, the Dimorphodon. I, for whatever reason, couldn't, airlift the Mononychus off of the island. It probably has to do with them being a mission dinosaur. However, I was able to airlift the Gravitholus, and I also got some Compies as well, which I put with the Sarcolestes. Another thing is that if you remember from the very first episode of this playthrough, when we were on the, I'm pretty sure it's pronounced like Santagidius, some sort of like island in Greece. So if you remember from that very first episode, we bought some I almost said Protoceratops for a second. We bought some Proceratosaurus eggs. And so what I did was I went back there, I hatched them, and I airlifted them over to this island. And so another thing I did in regards to the Alamosaurus is I incubated a second Alamosaurus, but here's my idea. So if you remember from my 1-year anniversary of Jurassic World Evolution 2 video, when I gave you a tour of the new and improved Biosyn Sanctuary, Biosyn had some Alamosauruses. So for the sake of this scenario, basically, Biosyn's Alamosauruses have been breeding, and Biosyn was willing to lend us an Alamosaurus egg that had the humble trait, so that way we could get it to influence the Alamosaurus that we rescued, which was very, very unhappy with the exhibit that I made for it later on in the video. But yeah, and then after that, it's just getting like loads and loads of dinosaurs onto the island. Another idea I had is to send all of the Mongolian dinosaurs over to this island, which I don't get to that in this video, but we'll definitely do it next video. We'll get the Oviraptors and the Homalocephales, and we will airlift them to this island. So the reason I'm deciding to do that is because I want each island to have a variety of different types of dinosaurs. So especially with herbivores, there's different like types of herbivores. So you've got your ceratopsians, you've got your stegosaurs, your ankylosaurs, you've got your hadrosaurs, your iguanodonts, you've got your sauropods, and then you've got those unique herbivores such as Therizinosaurus, Oviraptor, as well as the ornithomimosaurs and pachycephalosaurs. Which, I mean, the ornithomimosaurs and pachycephalosaurs aren't unique, there's just fewer of them. So, each island is definitely going to have at least one stegosaur, one sauropod, one ceratopsian, one ankylosaur, and then some will have 1 to 2 species of ornithomimosaur and pachycephalosaur, and then of course this island is going to have therizinosaurs and oviraptor. So yeah, that's pretty much it for now. Hope you enjoy the time lapse, and I will see you at the end of the video. Okay, so as expected, the Alamosaurus with the humble trait definitely helped. Um, and, well, after lots of experimenting, I finally found a format that I like. We had to get some more Pentaceratopses too because of, like, because the Pentaceratopses were so spread out, they, like, formed different territories, and because of that, they got lonely. They started bashing the darn fence. So, but not a problem. All I have to do is, if my game wants to work, all I really have to do. Good. Alright, perfect. So, um, yeah, so the Proceratos, last time I checked, were completely fine in their habitat. This is going to be the Bastachioverosaur enclosure. Or, well, we have plans for it to be. This is going to be for, I think, Therizinosaurus, maybe Mononychus. No, Therizinosaurus and Mononychus definitely, and maybe Oviraptor. And then this will be for Homalocephaly, Gallimimus, and again, maybe Oviraptor. I'll have to find a place to put it. But yeah, this video is getting super long as it is, so I think I'm gonna end it here. So, man, we got a lot done this episode. So, next time what we're gonna do is we're going to get the Homalocephales and the Oviraptors from San Albertus Peninsula, and we're gonna move them here. And then in their place, we're going to, put in some of the Utah Ceratops that we rescued. Actually, no, that's probably something I can do off camera. So off camera, I will send those dinosaurs to the cargo ship, and then in the next episode, we will put them in their new enclosure, and we will get the Utah Ceratops all settled in their enclosure. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this episode. Really hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. If so, please make sure to leave a like and subscribe to see some more Minecraft, Planet Zoo, and Jurassic World Evolution 2 content. And I will see you guys next time. Peace out.